afternoon, Mark.
Good afternoon.
First of all, just wanted to start with team news. We saw Aleksandar Mitrović train this morning. How is he?
He's getting better. Of course, he did the warm-up with the team, did some boxes, and today the session was more strategy to the match. Of course, I can tell you that was the first day he was involved with the team. After the 2 weeks and a half without the team, now they are checking me, assessing him how he is feeling as well. We'll do the same later this evening to take the decision if he'll be involved in the squad list or not. But it's still soon. Let's see what will happen next few hours.
Are you optimistic he could be part of the squad, at least on the bench?
Let's see. Of course, it's a decision that I have to take later, and I will do it for sure. I will meet with the medical staff, my technical staff as well, and after to take the decision.
And how are a few of the other players who had injuries, like William, Tete, and Kojo?
William will be involved. Cairney will be out, like Cruzau as well.
Okay, and how are they just with their injuries? Morale-wise, are they okay?
I think let's see. It's like, you know, when you have this type of muscular injuries, you have even if they are doesn't look really serious and big ones, you have to be careful and to assess day by day to improve a little bit their work in a daily basis to see when they'll be fully ready to be involved with the team.
And just talking about the football, does it worry you at all conceding 7 goals in the last 2 games, or do you think it was kind of unfortunate with the circumstances, with the red card, etc.? I
hate to concede goals, even if our philosophy is to go to the match to try to score more than the opposition side. Of course, the clean sheet at this level is something really important, and is something that is always in our dressing room, is always something that they listen from us, and we work to achieve it, as well every single day. Of course, I don't like, as I said before, different circumstances for the game. 2 different games as well. It was a heavy result against Newcastle, even if you played 85 minutes with 10 players. But I told you after the match against Newcastle, and that probably even with 10 players, 2-3 of that goals we should have done better. Definitely. I think the third goal is a good example after the save from Berno. I can tell you probably the second goal that was an amazing goal from Almirón. Could be all the other 3. We have worked on it because we have to do better. Okay. Looking for the last game, if you want to talk about the 3 goals we conceded, okay. Up to us to work, but when the second and the third goals, all of us, we saw all the things happen. First goal was a penalty that unfortunately was against us. Let's hope in the other box will be in the future for us as well. And the other 2 goals, they should be disallowed. That is clear. In a normal circumstances, in a normal football, should be disallowed, both goals. Even so, the work we did that you have done with our players during this week was to improve in that situation. The second goal, of course, in our alignment we should have done better in that moment in our alignment. The reaction from our central defender as well, but the reality, that is something that we can't control, that the 2 goals, they should be disallowed. That is not a normal football. Football is to play with the feet, not with the hands.
And just finally from me, what have you made of Bournemouth under Gary O'Neill, and also how have they perhaps changed from when you played them last year?
Last year was last year. It's completely different, of course. Now different manager as well, but last season was different competition. We had 2 tough games against them, 2 different games, but two good games, if I can say as well. Of course, under Gary, they have been improving. That is the true. I think it's one of the teams in best form right now. A very good reaction from them. They are they are much more confident. They are getting good results because the quality was there. Of course, it's good to see them in a good level because they are a good team. They fought like us last season to be at this level, and it's good to see them in a good level. It will be another very good game against them. I believe tough one to play, but we are at home. We want to react from the last two games, different games. It's a bit strange games if I can say for us, but again, we are at this level. We have to adapt quick, to react in some moments quick for some mistakes that come from the match, like the first penalty against West Ham, what we should do in a different way. Mistakes from the referees as well, and from ourselves. We have to react to be more mature in some moments of the game, to challenge the opposition sides. But I agree with you, tough game, good team that we play against. They are in a good moment. We are playing at home. You want to react and to get the 3 points, and we have to work really hard to get it and to try to play better than them, because you know that if we play better, we'll be close to win the football match.
Hi Marco, how are you?
Hi, good, thank you.
You said you still don't know whether Mitrović will play tomorrow, but I just wanted to ask you how much it does affect the team when Mitrović isn't on the pitch.
He's a key player for us, no doubts about it. But I have to tell you that last 3 games, Mitrović didn't score, and the team scored 4 goals in 3 games. It's not a bad thing as well. 3 games you score 4 goals even without your best scorer and a top player and a very important player for us, show that we can score even if he's not on the pitch. I think last 2 games, and they were different. We haven't win. It's not because Mitrović wasn't there. Some things should concern much more ourselves than that situation. Things to improve, not just because Mitro was not there. I know that Vinicius is adapting in our football club. Just arrived in the last day of the market, just 1 month and a half in our football club. He has to keep improving, keep adapting in our philosophy as well. Different football, even if he knew from the season at Tottenham. And Mitro is Mitro, and is different because that is so important for us, and because that he scored so many goals last season and was a key player, and he's being a key player so far this season as well, and we'll keep doing the same. But it's not just him. I'm sure if you have all the players available, we'll be stronger. As you know, our squad is not a really deep squad, and of course, when you have key players, they are injured or they are out for some reason. Of course, we are not at our best level, but football is like that, and it's a moment for the others to pop up as well and to show their quality.
Back-to-back defeats in the Premier League for the first time this season. How damaging have the last 2 results been to the mood, to the morale here?
No, it's always different. When you work so hard to win football matches, it's always difficult when you don't win the football match. This is the thing. We hate really to lose matches. This is a good thing. The feeling in the dressing room. 2 different feelings the last 2 games. The first one against Newcastle was completely different than the last one. The last one was something probably, but I hope will not happen, not just for us, for all the teams in this league until the end of the season is what I hope. Last game against West Ham. Against Newcastle was something different. The circumstances we have played made the things really difficult for us, even if you should do different in some moments of the game, definitely. But we have worked in these two games, as always. Last game we analyzed, we did what we should do, we prepare ourselves well, and we go again. It's a marathon. We know that we will not win every single match at this level. It's up to us, like we did when we get good results, to analyze, to keep working with the players to improve, avoid some things that we should do as well. Let's go again. Let's go for the next one.
You mentioned earlier how important it is to keep a clean sheet. You kept just 1 clean sheet in the league this season. Have you put an emphasis on tightening up at the back in training? How much does it concern you?
It's not concerning. It's something that I don't like. And if I see other teams scoring on a goal, that all the credits to them and all situations, I'm here the first one. Even if I will keep working with my team, saying, okay, credits to them, they involve us, they went one side, the other side, they create, or a player did something fantastic and score an amazing goal. Unfortunately for us, last few goals we conceded, or some of the goals we conceded this season wasn't what happened. That is the truth. The game against Newcastle, even with 10 man, is a good example. Apart from the goal from Almiron, all the others should do much better. And last game more or less the same. Okay, one was penalty, and the other two, even if they should be disallowed with the handball. We should do better. That is the thing, and it's my job to work with the situations we can control. It's not a matter of concerning. It's clear something that we must improve. Definitely, it's not just the goalkeepers or the defenders. I think we as a team we must improve definitely in that moment.
Clean sheet tomorrow then.
We work for it for sure. Hi.
You can't dwell, can you, on the disappointments of the last two matches, because you can understandably be frustrated and disappointed by those two defeats and the nature of them. But is it important not to dwell on that?
No, we know we were not over the moon when we were winning games and getting results, and we are not. We deal with the situation. We deal well with that situation because we know, and the most important thing for us is to understand why the things happen on the pitch. When you do well, and when you get points, when you get 3 points, when you win football matches, why that things happen. At the same time, when you are losing or not get 3 points or draw a game or something like that, you have to understand why that things happen as well. I think the last two games, apart from the technical and tactical things that we work on it and we have to improve, all the other things I think was clear for everyone that follows football, how the things happen, and I think the last game was, unfortunately for us and for the football as well, was a good example.
This is a match between two promoted sides. Is it tougher to get promoted or is it tougher to stay in the Premier League, do you think?
Different competitions, completely different challenge as well. Cannot win anything, a title or a promotion, without being really hard to get it. At the same level, to be successful at Premier League is something really tough. I think we can't compare because they are different competitions, different squads as well, even the same clubs, different squads. Things are different this season than last season in terms of squad for us. As you know, we lost some really important players for us. We get some important players that they are settled well in our team. You have to embrace the challenge. It's difficult to compare, really.
Scott Parker lost his job quite early in the season. He wasn't the first of many managers who've already gone, it seems. Is there an extra vulnerability to being a Premier League manager, do you think? Do you think you're aware of that?
You think it's different than Championship? I don't have the numbers now, but probably in the Championship
maybe just in terms of being a football manager in general, are you aware of how...
okay, it's not because... that's football, and probably now for you here in England maybe it's becoming a little bit more, the number is increasing more than normal in the past as well. In different cultures and different countries, it's a little slightly different than here. I know that in the past year, normally the manager have much more time to settle, to prepare, much more years to do something important. And of course, I think it's something important. I think the time normal will give the reason for the people that they stick with one idea, one philosophy, and they support the manager they have. And I think we have very good examples at the level we are at Premier League, and teams they are in the top right now. What they did, the way they support their managers. But okay, it's not for me to answer for that, and that's football. We have to deal with it, and you know that at the end the most important thing are the results. And we have to work again. We have to do what we can control, and what we can control is to work with the players and to get the best from them.
And finally, from me, I know you've mentioned that you've seen goals from elsewhere if Aleksandar Mitrović isn't scoring, but Carlos Vinicius coming in, do you think you brought him into a team earlier than you would have preferred to?
Yes.
Because of the absence of.
Yes.
And do you think he's now more ready?
There are the circumstances, that is. I can remember that probably 2 days in our football club, or 3 days, even without working with the team, he had probably 15-20 minutes against Tottenham away from home, and of course after that, when Mitro got the injured, it's a moment for him to be involved. First match was really tough for him against 10 man, with the team losing already 2 or 3-0 in that moment. He came in, and last game against West Ham, I'm sure he will improve, to adapt as quick as he can with our football club, with Premier League again. He has to keep working really hard, because it is really tough to get minutes to play games and to score goals at this level, and it's up to him to keep working hard. It's up to us to keep demanding from him and keep giving the right feedback for him to adapt as quick as he can.